So recently, Gray Ghost Gear, who I've reviewed several packs for in the past, sent me a couple packs, and one of them being this Gypsy pack. And I'm pretty blown away at just the thought that went into this pack and the multi-uses that you could use this pack for. Right now I have it set up as a bushcraft pack. Probably the most tactical feature-wise that you're gonna find in a bushcraft style pack. First, let's talk about the material. This pack is made up of waxed canvas, something that absolutely blew me away, something I did not expect from a company like Gray Ghost Gear. So it is a a top flap design where you have this flap that goes over, pretty similar to like a haversack in design. Got this flap that just goes over the top here and holds your contents in there securely. What's nice about these is that you are able to, store more in the dump style main pouch here, and you can just raise this cover up as you have more gear in there. You could also throw a bedroll under here, because with these style packs you're going to have these adjustment straps here that clip on, and you can see here that these go really high. So you could throw a lot of gear underneath this top lid here, throw a bedroll across, throw maybe a coat or something like that, extra clothing, a blanket for example. You could just throw that stuff under there and then cinch it down. So pretty simple design there as far as the top flap goes. So there's an individual pocket here, individual pocket here. These are fleece lined or felt lined. You can keep anything in those pockets that you would want to minimize scratching to. So that pretty much does it for the top flap. There isn't any, any pocket or anything on the inside, which is what I prefer. I'd rather have it on the outside, and again, I mentioned I'd rather have it on the lower section. So that's really nice. Moving down the front of the pack here, if we take this top lid off, you've got a very large inside lid or inside pouch here. Again, it's made of this nylon material, which is cool. There is a pocket on the inside here, which is actually a nylon mesh. You can see this mesh, you can see my hand through it there. So it goes down about maybe 7 or 8 inches, so you could keep things in there as well. I don't have anything in there at the moment. Little loop here for hanging things on. You could hang keys from that or anything that you wanted to, maybe a saw or something that you wanted to be able to pull out quickly. You could hang from the loop there. Let's continue on the outside of the pack before I go into the contents on the inside. On the back side where the flap flips over, there is a grab handle here, so made out of webbing, grab handle there, and then on the actual yoke shoulder straps here, there's a Hypalon grab handle right here, so you can grab it with the pack shut or you can grab it with the pack open, which is really nice. I like being able to just have my pack open, maybe sitting on the ground, and then if I need to move it, I can grab that without flipping everything over, especially if you have contents in the front there. Back onto the front of the pack, there is PALS webbing that runs. It's hard to see because I have some pouches on here, but it does. There is two strips of PALS webbing there. Maybe you can see it right here. 2 strips of PALS webbing. So I just have some pouches on the front there, which is really nice. You can put pouches there, and then they're covered by the front flap, which is really cool. Or you could just have nothing there. You could strap a flashlight there, put whatever you want there. Below that, there is a sleeve. So this is a sleeve, and it has sort of this rubberized coating on the inside here, so you could put any quick stash items you wanted in there. Maybe something you picked up along the way. You could put like a little sit pad in there. Anything that you wanted to just stash real quickly, you could put in there. And then for the main pouch on the front of the pack, this has just a Velcro top closure to it. Again, this is mostly canvas here. Have this Hypalon patch section here where you could put little items like a light. Then you have 2 weather-resistant zips, real similar to what's on the top lid of the pack. So when you have it closed here, you have 2 weather-resistant zips here and 2 weather-resistant zips here. So the way this works is this top flap flips over, and then you have these 2 zips that zipper down, and it sort of just flaps out. just like that. So then you have storage in here, and it's quick access storage because you can real simply just flip this over, grab this, pull it down, and you have access to your gear that's inside. Again, we'll go over the gear that's in there in a moment. Then we move on to the sides of the pack here. You can see I have a large water bottle in here with this mesh on the bottom. The way these work is basically you unzip this and you open it up and you have your large mesh pocket so you can store things in the side. If you weren't storing anything in there, you can just flip it over just like that. There's a canvas flap that goes on the top, again with the weather resistant zip, which is really nice. So you can keep it like that. You can keep all sorts of stuff in here, like I said, a water bottle, and then you can flip this up and you don't even have to unzip it, and you have a sleeve here for things like a saw or maybe a knife. As I have on the other side here, which is the same, I have just a small hatchet. So again, I have this zipped up. You can fold that top flap in, and then you have just a large sleeve here that is capable of holding things like this hatchet. Again, if you weren't using this side pocket, you can pull that flap out and just stick it on there. On the top section here, there's just a little compression strap that would allow you to close up the lid a little bit. So that's pretty much the same on both sides. And then moving on to the back, we have a yoke system for the shoulder straps, which is nice. Gives you that handle there. Air mesh on the back, air mesh and padding here. So you have 2 strips of padding along the back section here. That's going to help wick away moisture. Shoulder straps are pretty basic here. There's a couple of elastic webbing spots here where you could run things down. A couple loops here for hanging things off, so pretty simple and straightforward there. Then there is a zipper back here on both sides. You have a zip going down this side, you have a zip going down this side, which allows you to access the contents of the pack. So that's really nice. You don't have to flip the top lid if you want to get something maybe down at the bottom. I really like packs that have that, so you can quickly access things that are, towards the bottom of your pack without having to open the whole pack up. So if I just needed a tarp really quick, that's generally stored at the bottom of my pack, I could just zip this side, open this up, and I could grab, my tarp, my poncho, whatever I might have at the bottom of the pack. So that's a really nice feature there as well. No hip belt on this, so you just have the shoulder straps, and I like that. It keeps it simple and straightforward. This is a very comfortable pack to wear. So again, most of the outside here is canvas. On the bottom, there is a couple rows of PALS webbing again, so you could hook something to the bottom, maybe a sit pad or maybe a blanket. You could roll that up and put that on the bottom of the pack. So all in all, the outside is just beautiful, and it's also very functional. It's also, somewhat tactical because you do have these quick accesses to, pockets that you would normally find on a more tactical backpack or a more standard backpack. We can go ahead and look at the contents that I have in here. So I don't have anything in the front lid here. That's generally where I would keep camera batteries or keys, maybe a snack bar or something like that. In the front lid here, of course, I've got some Pro Camp Tech fire starter. Gotta always have that on me. I've got a little water filter here, a little backup water filter. So these are just stretch mesh pockets here. And then on the bottom here, I've just got in these mesh pockets here, I've got my headlamp strap. And then in the pocket up above, I have my headlamp. So you could also put camera batteries in there, charging cables, chargers, whatever you're going to take. Again, this doesn't have to be a wilderness or woods pack. It doesn't have to be a bushcraft pack. It could certainly be loaded up for urban commute. Someone maybe that rides a bike, this would be a great way to, to have a little less tactical looking pack, but still have all those capabilities. Moving up here, again, I have these 2 pouches here. These are tactical assault gear pouches, I believe, and they're just, they're just attached here to the PALS webbing. In this side here, I have just a compass with a mirror on it, so that comes in handy. And on the other side here, I have a bunch of cordage, so a bunch of 550 cord. There's some reflective cord in there that is non-stretch. which is nice for tying up tarps and things like that so they don't stretch and sag. There is also a pocket behind that, which I think I didn't show before. There's a pocket behind that, so it's not the main pouch, but just behind these things here. I have just a little tinder pouch, and I have my knife stored in there. Quick, easy access. If I want to throw that stuff on my belt, I could do so. On the sides of the pack, again, you have these two pockets. I had a axe or a hatchet in the one side. You can, leave it closed. You can open it up and slide things in there, or you can unzip it and use the water bottle holder here. And it does fit a full Grail water bottle. These come in a midnight black now, which is what this is. They also have some new chroma colors. So, if you guys are looking for the ultimate water filter bottle when you're out and about, these Grails are really the way to go. You simply just fill the container and you press, and you have filtered water. These will handle chemicals. They handle everything and anything that your water source could throw at it. So now they come in these new colors, midnight black, and then a bunch of, they call it their chroma colors, which are sort of some more vivid colors. But again, if you're not using that, you can just have it nice and neat and have it nice and secured and tucked in. You can have it that way on both sides. Let's see, and I guess that moves us on to the main portion of the pack here. I'm going to set this down next to me. We'll kind of take the contents out here. I have this small piece of canvas that's super multi-use. You can use it as a sit pad. You can use it just as a ground pad to set things on. You want to keep dry. Got this from John at Badger Claw. I'll have a link below to him as well. So it's canvas on the one side, and then it's got this orange signal material on the other side. So a really nice piece of material for doing just this, setting on a maybe a wet log and sort of being able to put your gear out on it. Inside here I have this pouch from Foxlight Gear. So this is just sort of a possibilities pouch here. Let me move you a little bit closer in here. So I have a bug net in here. I've got a cigarette lighter, another lighter from Exotech. It's their Titan light. Their Match Cap XL, so a little bit of fire starting stuff in here. I've got a DC4 sharpener and then a small strop. This also came from Badger Claw. Got that at the same time I got the canvas mat here. Extra ferro rod, just a tin with some tinder in it, and then just a hank from Foxlight Gear. Useful when I'm cooking. I can grab hot pans and pots off the fire or off the burner. So that's sort of my possibilities pouch here. Next in here I have a Poncho Tarp. This is something that I always carry. Can throw it on, throw it over my bag. It came from Bushcraft USA, I believe, and can also be used as a tarp as well. I have that, and then I have a, this is from Etowah Gear. I actually got it from Ben's Backwoods though, here in Michigan. It's a sort of a shelter. It's a tarp, but it's got sides on it, so you can make a shelter out of that. And I believe the stakes are inside there as well. And then I have in the bottom here just my Firebox. This is my Firebox Nano in the leather case that it comes with. And I believe that's it. So that's it for the main pouch. Let me show you some more about this main pouch here. You have just the nice deep main pouch here. Again, with the little clip on the side, you could clip something there. And then on the bottom, there is actually hook and loop. So again, that makes it more tactical. You've got hook and loop here that you could put a holster on, put a firearm in there. And then what's nice is when the whole pack is closed up, again, you can unzip this back zip and you'd be able to reach in and grab your firearm, because you do have that hook and loop in there, so you'd be able to reach in and grab the firearm. So again, older school materials with the wax canvas. It looks really, really nice. It's designed really, really nice with high-end materials, high-end zips, the weatherproof zips, high-end, nylon and mesh, everything that you would expect from Grey Ghost gear. But you have the addition of, a more tactical setup that is real useful when when you're using it for an everyday pack. Maybe you want to use it as a gym pack, maybe you just take this to work. Again, I've been blown away using it as a bushcraft pack, it really works well as that, and it's really going to stand up to the elements too out in the woods. So, you know, I think I'm probably going to load this up for the winter. I have some gear in here already, you know, for maybe a winter trip where I'm pulling a sled. I am going to get another hot tent this year with a stove. So this would be where I would store maybe just my little extra gear, and this would be something that would just sit with me in the canvas tent. But again, real comfortable with that yoke system on the back, and all around just a fantastic pack. So, you know, if you guys are looking for something like this, something a little more subtle, or maybe you just want a very interesting and really useful bushcraft pack, you know, definitely check this one out. It's the Gypsy from Gray Ghost Gear. There'll be links below in the description. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. Give it a big thumbs up for me. I'll see you guys on the next one.